Okay, graders, we're going to go ahead and we are going to be multiplying with scientific notation. And you know that it's multiplying because we have parentheses here. We're also going to go ahead and use our chart that we went over in class. This has steps that we can use to guide us when we're doing multiplication with scientific notation. So I'm going to tuck it over in the corner for us to use. Now we're going to go ahead and focus on the very first step, which says that we're going to multiply the decimal numbers. I'm going to highlight them for you, and then we're going to go ahead and multiply them. Let's do it. So we're going to take 5.4 times 2. And we know that 4 times 2 is 8, and we know that 5 times 2 is 10, and then we're going to put our decimal there. So now we have 10.8, and I'm going to rewrite that below because that's going to be part of our scientific notation, times it's going to be 10 to some power. So now we have to look at step 2. We're going to be looking at step 2, which is adding the exponents. And if you're asking yourself, why are they adding the exponents? Let's just look at what's happening here. We have two numbers with the same base, and when they're being multiplied. When you have two numbers with the same base being multiplied, you're going to add the exponents. It's one of our properties of integer exponents. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to add 6 and 4, which gives us 10. So now we have 10.8 times 10 to the 10th power. I want to bring your attention to the 10 that's in the very beginning of our scientific notation. And I want you to ask yourself, is this in true scientific notation form? Is this true scientific notation? Let's think about it. I'm going to show you an example of what it looks like to be in scientific notation. Let's look at what scientific notation should look like. We have a coefficient, and I'll go ahead and highlight that for you. We have a coefficient, and here it is, the very first digit. That has to be between 1 and 9. You cannot have 0 and you cannot have a number greater than 9. It doesn't work. So I want us to look again at the digits we had for our answer. Looks like we have two digits there, and it's not between 1 and 9. That's 10, which is greater than 9. So we actually can't have 10 as the coefficient. We're going to need to change that. So what you're going to have to do is we're going to have to move that decimal. And let's do it together. We're going to move that decimal one place. Boop, we moved it. Now that becomes 1.08 times 10 to the, let's think about this. We can't keep the exponent as 10 because you know what? We moved the decimal. And every time we move that decimal, it affects what our exponent's going to be. So the exponent actually is going to be 11 now because we moved the decimal one extra place.